my right, the defending champion fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks. He weighed in at 125 1/2 pounds. His record, 20 wins, 5 losses and 2 draws. He has 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the WBC number 4 world contender. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the NABF featherweight champion from Tacámbaro, Michoacán, Mexico, introducing Gamaliel El Plátano Diaz. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, the challenger, entering the ring wearing red trunks with white trim. He weighed in at the featherweight limit of 126 pounds. His fine record stands at 17 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 draw, with 10 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former NABF champion, currently ranked the number 6 featherweight in the world by the WBC, from Gilroy, California, introducing Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Once again, our referee in charge now to give instructions, Raul Cais Jr.
Protector. All right, gentlemen, legal punches are here and up. Aquí están los golpes legales. Take a good look. Buena suerte, good luck to both of you. Touch gloves.
Interesting that the champion was introduced first there. Their reaches are almost the same, these two fighters, but if Guerrero narrows his stance, as he says he wants to do, he'll bring his left hand a bit closer to Diaz.
Unified rules of boxing applied. Our referee, Raul Cais Jr., an up-and-comer, excellent, only 26 years old. The guy, third man in. Robert Guerrero says, not going to be cute this time, and he's going to go right after Diaz. Diaz, smart, Steve, moves well, lacks that big power, but you never see him get hit flush like that. Crushing left hand. That's the first time I've seen Diaz get hit like that. Can he answer? He's holding on already. He's in trouble, Steve. And after the... Wow. Is that not a throwdown? It's a knockdown. Oh, Diaz, obviously his composure shaken, and the thing I liked about him is his self-assurance. Here comes Guerrero. He's not going to mess around. He's going for it now. So much time left in this fight. They're 45 seconds in. Diaz.
Guerrero's got to be careful, Nick. He's had problems fouling in the past when he's had his opponents hurt. In the first fight, I said he didn't land a clean left hand the whole fight. He's landed 2 right away in the first round of this fight.
Well, Cais said he's going to be watching. He's well aware of that. Oh, low blow there from Guerrero as he dials in with that left hand again. Steve, again, Guerrero gets thrown down there. See if he can finish here. We're not even halfway through the first round. Now Diaz finding his composure, walking into the left hand there and being driven back. Left hand again and he's down. Second knockdown. No 3 knockdown rule, remember, and there is lots of time left. Guerrero, all-out aggression here. He is really going for broke with that left hand.
Gamaliel Diaz never down in his career until this round.
He's been down twice already, and we've still got a minute to go in the first as Guerrero digs the hooks in, or I should say the left crosses. Short there, and Diaz wisely tying him up.
And we said the key was attitude for Guerrero. Well, his attitude's written not only all over his face, but all over his punches.
Boy, Diaz can't get out of the way of any of them. Watching another short little left hand as Guerrero, when he's inside, Steve, is shortening up beautifully.
Punch out. Súbelo poco, súbelo.
Guerrero's stance is narrowed, and that brings his left hand a little closer. Maybe that's why he's landing it where he didn't land it the first time when he had that exaggerated wide stance.
Boy, that's a good point. He's able to use his legs, and maybe that's why he dropped Diaz twice.
It's a victory for Diaz to survive this round, Nick.
Steve said he had a rock chin, and he's out of the first. And a nod of respect to Robert Guerrero from Gamaliel Diaz.
How you doing? How you doing? Look, your biggest problem is when you go in with your right, you don't throw your left, you don't throw your three punches. After his right, you already stopped him. You already felt your punch.
More action from a wild round one. It was only seconds into the fight. Look at Guerrero reaching with that right left. That's his favorite weapon. And he knocked Diaz off balance with that shot, but that was nothing compared to what was going to come. Now you see Diaz's legs are not good there. If you want to call that a knockdown, you can. He was really off balance and was kind of pushed a little bit down, but there's no doubt about this second one. The second knockdown in round one. That didn't seem to be the kind of place to land a punch that would produce a knockdown, but Diaz was hurt.
Question, Steve. Diaz was hurt, as you just said. Guerrero got to take his time, or why not just keep this kind of pressure on? He's not wasting any.
No, you go for it if you're Guerrero right now.
Shortening up there again with that left hand. You know, the little criticism we've had, he's sort of a one-handed fighter, not throwing the right enough. He hasn't really landed a lot of rights, but he hasn't had to. The left's been so terribly effective.
And Diaz experienced against southpaws. You never know it going by that first round.
Well, he seems to have his legs back from under him. Diaz down twice in the first. He's in the white. Remember, he went 12 hard rounds with Guerrero and beat him last December here on Showbox. Diaz never been dropped until tonight, hasn't lost in 5 years.
Now Diaz seems to be concentrating his attack on the body, which is a good idea. He needs to slow Guerrero down.
Well, Guerrero made those adjustments way too late in that first fight, and he vowed not to do it again tonight, and he hasn't. Different kind of fighter, almost like round 13, Steve. We talked about yesterday that perhaps that's how Guerrero would have to fight, and that's how he's picked it up, because he finished strongly in the first fight, but ran out of rounds.
Yeah, that first round tonight, Nick, 10-7 round. He could have used a couple of those points last time.
And you know, I noticed something with Guerrero now. He's trying to punish that body of Diaz a lot more than he was in the first fight. He's not only headhunting. There to the body again. And again. Well, he is firing shots. He gets hit in close. Diaz lets him fight out of the clinch. Diaz looks pretty fresh for a guy who's been dropped twice.
During our fighter meetings, Diaz said, I never felt his punches the first fight. He's not going to be saying that after this fight.
Oh, yeah. Diaz said he knew Guerrero would be more aggressive, but he walked into a shot there, and Guerrero not dialing in again with a battery of combinations. Diaz really not getting past any of that power. Guerrero bending very nicely with that left cross to the body. He is committed to that punch. Now trying to work off the jab. And Diaz trying to come forward. He walked into a shot before. He's got to be careful. We know Guerrero has power. This round, all Guerrero's once again. He never got ahead of himself, got wild and careless, but won it convincingly.
All right, listen to what I'm saying to you. Okay, keep your hands down. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Listen, you got to go to the body more. You got to get your hands up high. You got to start pressuring them back with the jab. Can you? He's holding a lot. Listen. Listen what I'm saying to you. Keep your hands up high. Okay, lean back a little bit. Keep pressing.
Action from round 2. Hey, it was still Guerrero's round, but Diaz got back in the fight. And you see a left hand by Guerrero followed by a right by Diaz. Diaz did good work with the right hand, both to the head and body. And then later in the round, you're going to see a butt as Guerrero rises up. A butt right in the middle of the face. Guerrero's been penalized for fouling in the past. He has to be careful, and he has to keep his cool.
Yeah, the referee out of position to see that. You can't fault Caiz on that one. And John Bray telling Guerrero, keep your hands up. It's always good to talk defense. But again, create a little space for your shots and let them flow. So they want to maybe take a half step back at times and not smother that power. Now Diaz chipping away inside, trying to create space of his own. Not much of a jab and not much of a power to push back Guerrero as he said he had to do this fight. We haven't seen it really once.
See, if you're Guerrero and the dominant weapon in the fight is that straight left hand, he's a little better off, as you say, taking a step back on occasion so he can get extension in that hand, on that left hand.
See, to me, Diaz isn't going to beat Guerrero to the punch, nor has he tried. He doesn't have the kind of power jab to do it, but his corner says they want him 2-3 punch counters. That's a tough thing when Guerrero ties him up so well and then backs off. Now Guerrero not ever in position to be countered.
See, this is an adjustment for Guerrero. He gets hit by 2 right hands there. It's an adjustment because it looked in the first round like he was just going to overwhelm his opponent. Now, mentally, psychologically, he has to adjust. This could end up being a long fight. And the victory may not come as easily as it looked about 5 minutes ago.
And now working that body is Guerrero. He got hit again, clipped with the right hand from Diaz. You're right, Steve. So Bray with good instructions, solid in that corner. Keep your hands up and work the body a little bit more.
The ring experience, Diaz with almost 100 more rounds of boxing. Guerrero relatively inexperienced, considering that he is at least in some alphabet organizations, a top 10 featherweight.
Boy, I like the work Guerrero's doing inside there. Diaz trying to wear him out a little bit, but Guerrero leaning on him and refusing to take many steps back.
The only thing Guerrero's missing, Nick, when he in fights like that, doesn't have much of a right hook. We've talked about it before. He's a natural lefty. Depends almost solely on that straight left for power.
Break!
Now Diaz wants to be in close. He is staying in tight, cutting the corners real tight and not wanting to be outside. But Guerrero walking in not behind the jab, not behind anything, just trying to muscle in close. Now they do some infighting. Diaz throwing nothing back. There the quick little right hand, and Guerrero answers with a left.
Stop! No punching. Punch on the
Diaz, an excellent mover, Steve, and Guerrero trying to take his legs away with those body shots.
Guerrero's walking into some shots, but you know what? If he's going to fight with the attitude he has, he's going to have to do that.
So you got to watch your little fire.
¿Cómo lo siente? Listen, I need for you. I need for you, when you're on the inside, you got to bend your knees a little bit, man. He's moving you all over the place because you're standing up too tall. Your legs are locked up. Listen what I'm saying? He's holding. Listen, bend your knees a little bit and dig that body. Stay to the body. When you throw that left hand to the body, come back with that right hook upstairs. It's wide open. You understand what I'm saying?
Throw more punches. He's already tired, but if you don't pressure him, he's going to keep on attacking you. You got to make him move back.
Man, that is a dilemma. How to back up Robert Guerrero. Diaz doesn't